Anabolic Academy here on Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. It's the only place you can get Anabolic Academy. You can't get it anywhere else except Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. I'm your host, John Livia. And if you have not seen the live feed I just did with an all-star cast for my birthday, I put it together special for my birthday because today, April 7th, Monday, is my birthday. I put an all-star cast. I called it a love feed, but it's a live feed. Um, with King Kamala, Jason Owens, Lee Priest, Almana DB, Coach Rich, Ian Hedek, Kenton from EP09, all these guys. They came on and it was great. They are just a great bunch of guys. I have nothing, can't say anything bad about these guys at all. The good news is this is Anabolic Academy, and I always record Anabolic Academy right after I do the live feed on Mondays. And during the live feed, I was having a few drinks. So I'm feeling no pain right now. Okay. So you're getting the drunk version of Anabolic Academy. So this is a special Anabolic Academy. Not only is it my birthday, but I'm feeling no pain. Had a little tequila, a little Corona. Guess it was a Mexican birthday. I don't know, but it went well. It was nice. But anyway, this is Anabolic Academy. And if this is your first time tuning in, Anabolic Academy is the show where I answer questions about bodybuilding. You ask me questions, I answer them. Where can you reach me? Serious and Silliness Instagram, John Livia Facebook, John Livia TikTok, my email, UncleJohn1201 at Gmail, John_Livia at Yahoo. Or if you just see me in person, please go right ahead and ask me. All right. We're going to jump right into it. We have 4 questions, okay? First question, this person wishes to remain anonymous. It was an email. It's a friend of mine, but wishes to remain anonymous. So I am going to give that person this much respect, and it is going to be remain anonymous. The question is, can I stack Anavar with GLP-1? Now, GLP-1 peptides are semaglutide, trizepatide. Okay. I even asked Arman and Jason Owens about this in the live feed, okay? Semaglutide or trizepatide or any of these GLP-1 peptides, they have no place in bodybuilding. Zero, nothing, zero, 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 zero. They destroy your appetite. They are, these peptides should only be for people that are extremely obese, where the doctor says, look, you have to lose weight. If you do not lose weight, you are going to die. You are going to have a severe heart attack. You are diabetic, whatever the case may be. But for people that just need to lose some body fat, no. It takes some discipline, okay? If you can't discipline yourself enough to stop eating or eat clean, then you shouldn't be in the game to begin with, okay? Now, so what happens is this is a trend that happens, okay? So what happens is people jump on semaglutide or trizepatide and they know they're going to lose muscle because it destroys your appetite. And if you don't take in enough calories, you're going to lose muscle. If you don't take in enough protein, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. But what they think they're doing is they take something like an anabolic steroid, like Anavar, and they think that it actually compensates for that. Okay, it doesn't. I don't care what you take. If you're not eating enough or you're not eating protein, it is not you are going to lose muscle, period. I don't care what you're taking. Okay, if you want to gain muscle and lose body fat, there are no shortcuts. Sorry, not cups. There are no shortcuts. You need to eat clean. You need to train hard. You need to do cardio. And if you are going to do anabolics, do them very safe and very smart, okay? And have some discipline. You need to enjoy the workout. Okay, you need to enjoy the cardio. You need to enjoy weight training. Ugh. Now, look, today was my birthday, okay? My wife had a cake for me. I ate a piece of cake. Actually, I had 2 pieces of cake. And I had some drinks while we are doing the live feed. Tomorrow, I go right back to normal. Tomorrow, I go back to work. I go back to eating clean. I go back to the gym. I go back to normal, okay? It's called discipline, balance, whatever you want to call it, all right? I had a celebration today, and now tomorrow, I go back to normal. This is we're not supposed to be taking the hot fudge plunge 7 days a week, right? This is something where like maybe once a week you may go out with your girlfriend or with your boys or whatever the case may be, have something good to eat, and you go back to normal. All right, it's called discipline. If you really need Ozempic because you don't have the discipline to diet, then then you're wasting your time taking Anavar. Now, if you take it together, will anything happen? Like combining them? No, nothing's gonna happen. But it's just to me, it's just it's counteractive. It doesn't one doesn't one doesn't counteract the other. I mean, one doesn't benefit the other. It's ridiculous. Okay. All right. Next question from Fran is the man. Because guess what? Fran is the motherfucking man. Now, he has two questions. The first question is any future plans on a documentary about your life, just like Dave? If anybody would ever want to do a documentary about my life, first of all, it would be more about being around a loud Italian family from Brooklyn than it would be bodybuilding. Look, nobody's doing a documentary about me. Okay, man. I never even made it to a national level show. I did four NPC shows, and I love bodybuilding so much that I started a YouTube channel. Okay, that's it. That's the whole thing. That's it. Like I, documentaries are for special people. Dave Palumbo is a special guy. Okay, especially when it comes to bodybuilding. Lee Priest is a special guy when it comes to bodybuilding. These these bodybuilders deserve to have documentaries about them. These guys, they are a net positive for bodybuilding. I'm a goofball on the microphone. There's nothing to talk about. But I appreciate the question. And in the future, if something were to happen and I become like this YouTube sensation or the social media sensation and somebody wants to make a documentary about me, I will be the most honored person, the most flattered person could ever imagine. But I seriously doubt that's going to happen. But thank you, Fran. I appreciate that question because that means at least I'm getting through to my audience, and that means I am important enough for people like yourself. Okay, next question from Ron. What should I look for in a pre-workout? Okay. I have actually two answers to this. If you can afford a very good pre-workout, okay? I know. I'm gonna say I Prevail Subs. I Prevail Subs has um a great what do you call it? Pre-workout. It's called Forge X. I'm pretty sure it's called Forge X. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure it's called Forge X. Let me see. Uh, www. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I prevail subs. There we go. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's called Rogue X. Forge is the pump. Rogue is the pre-workout. Now, with Rogue, you have um you have other additives besides the stimulants. Okay, which I'm gonna break down for you right now. All right. So you have in every pre-workout, you have caffeine, you have beta alanine, and you have citrulline. Okay. Some of them put creatine in it. Some of them put BCAA is branched chain amino acids in it. Some of them put electrolytes in it. Okay. The better brands will put all that in it. Okay. So when you pick up Rogue X, you are going to get the caffeine, the beta alanine. I'm pretty sure you're going to get the creatine, and you're going to get also the electrolytes: calcium, magnesium, potassium, Himalayan sea salt. It is an excellent product. Now, if you are limited on funds and all you really need is energy, then there are plenty of them out there. There's Total War. I also use, if I'm not using I Prevail subs, this one is very inexpensive and it does the job. Put it that way. It's NitroFlex by GAT. Okay, I'm not sponsored by them. This is just what I kind of like to use if if I don't want to spend $50 on a bottle of pre-workout. Okay, this one has caffeine, beta alanine, and citrulline. Okay, and this is creatine free. Okay, because I'm not a huge fan of creatine, but this one has 325 milligrams of caffeine, 1,500 milligrams of beta alanine, 200 milligrams of boron citrate. Okay, so it's going to do the job. Okay, something like this is like $25 on Amazon. All right, it's going to do the job. If you have the money, I stress buy a better product. Okay. If we could afford the $40, $50 for Rogue X and I Prevail subs, please do. Okay. It's just a better product. If you are stretched for money, there are cheap pre-workouts that will get the job done. Okay. And it's something like this NitroFlex from GAT that's total water is a million of them. All right. So that's what you really want to look for. Okay. Now, next question, and I believe it's also the last question from Kali underscore baby. What was your protein intake when you were competing? Okay. I don't measure anything anymore. I kind of eyeball it. I've been doing it so long. But when I was competing, I used to measure everything. And I actually, when you asked me this question, I had to actually go back and think, and I had to write it down because I haven't. The last time I competed was 2014. So you're talking 11 years ago. So this was my protein intake when I was competing. So I did 4 meals of 6 ounces of chicken breast or 6 ounces of fish. Then I did one shake after my workout, and then I did in the morning 7 egg whites. Okay, so if we break it down, the 6 ounces of chicken or fish 4 times a day comes to about 144 grams of protein. Okay, the one protein shake afterwards was 50 grams of protein. The 7 egg whites is about 25 grams of protein. All in all, comes to about 219 grams of protein. So that's what I was taking in. And it actually, obviously, the other things, the fats and the carbohydrates, I actually did a carbohydrate rotation the last 3 weeks or the last 4 weeks of the contest prep. But it served me well. It did well. Now, of course, if you're a bigger guy, if you're 300 pounds, you're gonna eat more. If you're a smaller guy, you're gonna eat less, right? But I always kept it around there. Now, when I think, see, now I only eat about 5 meals a day. Very rarely do I eat six. So I'm probably getting in between 180 and 200 milligrams of protein because I'm still taking a protein shake. I'm still taking in chicken breast. I'm still taking in fish. I still eat clean. I still eat like a bodybuilder. I just don't eat as much as I used to. Okay. But for the most part, that's what I used to take in as my protein sources. And when I was competing, my protein sources were that, okay, whey isolate, eggs, chicken, fish. I really tried to stay away from the red meat a little bit. I might have it here and there, or if I looked flat, um, my coach would tell me to throw in some red meat. But for the most part, that's what I stay with. Anyway, that is Anabolic Academy. I have two very big announcements. This week, the first edition of In the Gym with John Livia will be available. I'm hoping to do at least twice a month in the gym, maybe more, uh, doing workout routines and doing a tutorial while I'm training. So this one should be really good. Okay, I did a chest workout, and it should be available. I want to say it should be available Wednesday morning. The other thing that's going on Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding is I am going to be interviewing next week Mel Chansey. I don't know if you guys know who Mel Chansey is. Mel Chansey is the former leader of the Chicago Hells Angels, but also was an avid bodybuilder. And today he is no longer affiliated with the Hells Angels. He is a born again Christian, and he actually is, I believe he's a born again Christian, and he is a bodybuilding promoter, and he is actually a net positive for bodybuilding. So we are not going to be talking about his days with the bike clubs and in prison and whatnot. We are going to be talking about bodybuilding, okay? Because he is an avid bodybuilder and a promoter today, and it's just an honor that he said yes to come on my show. Okay, this guy is like, how can I say this? Mel Chansey is a celebrity like Chuck Zito or like Shook Knight or like Michael J. White, like one of those guys that back in the day was a bad motherfucker, but he actually took that life and made it a positive. And today he is a spokesman for Christians, and he is a great ambassador of bodybuilding. All right, that's it for me. So don't miss out. Muscle Talk go watch the live feed with all the guys for my birthday and hit that notification bell, hit like and subscribe so we don't miss anything. And that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.